Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rumbling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with the Forgotten City blind. Now I'm about to face the assassin again, and maybe I can throw him off with my knowledge of the future.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
It doesn't matter what I say, you're going to try to kill me anyway.
You're right, I am. I must be getting a reputation. I suppose I might as well get right to it then. Do you have any last words?
If you fire that arrow, everyone here is going to die.
Well, I'd say that's rather convenient, since I was planning to kill you all anyway.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Salve, friend.
I'm Matthias and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Rufus is becoming agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it will calm him down.
Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. Alright, got it.
That's it, now go as fast as you can.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Yeah, that might be difficult to understand, really. I will pick up the money to have 2,000 so that I can save Yulia and then also possibly bribe, what's his name? Decimus? Decimus? The gladiator.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
I think I should have 2,000 by now. Oh, wait. How did I not notice this door existing throughout the entirety of being here? That's a bit silly, actually. So it seems I can only get in here during the end, because the statues come alive then, right? And try to kill me, so I should keep that in mind. Actually. Okay, there's more money in here, so I'll start by saving Yulia and then talking to Ulpius, because Ulpius seems to know something about Centilla, the magistrate's daughter.
How'd you do? Salve, stranger. Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Here.
Oh, you have it. I'm impressed.
A bottle of silphium resin, an extremely valuable ancient Roman remedy for various afflictions.
Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else? Very well. Another time.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius won't give it to me.
I have it. Here, take a little.
What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Honestly, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need. That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Okay, we can't talk yet, but I might be able to go and talk to Ulpius.
May Apollo keep you safe.
So I am going to do just that. Do I still have 1,000? I do.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Oh, coin pouch.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I really need to talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Is that what Centilla would want?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
You would never believe me if I told you.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help solve your problem.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
I already saved Yulia's life, and I'd like to help you too. Although maybe it's better to say this because it mentions a specific way that counters hemlocks, which makes it more believable. Lucretia was able to get some silphium in time to save her life. She's going to be fine.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
Well, no, but I could probably raise the money if you give me some time.
No. No. Time's up. I'm out. Wherever you are. Centilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it.
I really would have liked if he told me that earlier, that he needs 2,000 bucks as well. I would have scrounged it up, maybe.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened, and I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Oh well, that kind of throws a wrench into my plans a little bit. Because I will have to scrounge up 1,000 for the medicine again, and then possibly also 1,000 to bribe, what's his name? The gladiator. Wait.
I hope you're taking care of yourself. Today is a sad day.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Well, I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
Like Sisyphus, how so?
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
Thank you.
Anytime, friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend. Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your mind?
So are you running?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, but from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. And how? All right, friend. Hope you find a way to break that cycle you're in.
Yeah, probably not on this run though. It's already a little screwed. I still don't know how to get in there, and I would like to as well. I would also like to climb this. It seems weirdly, possibly important. Unless me engaging in that is falling for the same trap that Tantalus did, like you know, trying to reach the top of that and never being able to do that.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. Sentius, military man, knows what he's doing. No.
Oh, I guess I don't owe him personally. I mean, he doesn't owe me.
See you around.
So that's kind of wasted, isn't it? But, oh, will I keep it on the next run? Do I have enough that...
Feeling alright?
Can we talk about Yulia?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Okay, you don't have any new lines.
Gladly. That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Up.
Is she up?
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Can I ask about what happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Are you worried about the Golden Rule?
The Golden Rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Is that who poisoned you?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
I can't help you unless you tell me what happened.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
Well, I have all the time in the world, literally.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Why would he lend you so much money?
I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
Yeah, I figured. So her way out is suicide. Thank you very much for great wisdom. Oh no.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes, and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Surely that would have broken the Golden Rule.
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the Golden Rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She set me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
So you poisoned yourself.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
You still have it? I'm sorry to hear that.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
So what will happen to you now?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
I'm sorry, can I do anything to help?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
You're not thinking about breaking it, are you? How much would it cost to buy your freedom?
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
And perhaps I can help him too. Well, he's already dead, so I'm sorry to hear that.
Not as sorry as I am.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Our priestess, Equitia, once told me it's the god's way of creating a city without sin. But if that's the case, then whichever god is responsible for it didn't think it through. I mean, all it really does is make bad people better at hiding their sins, and good people too frightened to stand up for themselves. I've seen Malleolus, Claudia, and Domitius make grown men cry. Romans. They don't cry easily. They've never physically hurt anyone. But the point is, they don't have to. They've got people running scared because everyone knows Malleolus is the favorite to win today's election.
Can I help?
I doubt it. I mean, the election is today, and you've only just arrived. I just don't think there's enough time for you to do anything.
We'll see about that.
I suppose we will.
Do you know a way out of here?
If that's your idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
Yeah, that is a pretty insensitive thing to say to a person who just tried to get out of here by killing yourself.
I know what kind of person you are. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I deserve this. I didn't really think about it before I clicked it. Which, you know, I should have. That was a very cruel thing to say.
On your best
Isn't
behavior,
the
I
great
trust.
temple majestic? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia.
I'm trying to find a pattern.
Interesting.
Some people have memory lapses.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else?
A coin.
Yes. I suppose that could be something. What else?
A river.
Yes. I understand many...
A young woman. Karen. In a hood.
Because I've seen... What? Let me know when you've cleared the way to the baths.
Yeah, I think I'll let him kill me, because I kind of screwed this approach. But I need 2,000, which I should be able to scrounge up on my next run to save Ulpius. I'll just run quickly through the caverns to pick up the money that's already there. As well as over here. Although maybe I've been here, it's difficult to remember what I've done on which run. Okay, so I have... I don't quite have 2,000, but I should be able to scrounge it up, no problem. I'll try lying to the assassin. Maybe it'll work. Who knows? I'm kind of trapped in a loop as it is, so might as well explore different options. Where am I even going? Any idea who's threatening Virgil? It's probably not the right time to ask, but...
Are you serious? This is an emergency.
Again...
Are you going to help or not?
Again, that's fair. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I have to...
Don't go in there.
What? Why?
I have a bad feeling.
Alright, fine. Come and find...
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city. Second building on your left, which is the shrine that's going to fall on top his head and kill him.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now. But you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Which also gives me a bow, which I can maybe use to kill the beast in the cistern. Also, Decius wants a bow, but he's kind of psycho. Like, he's price gouging life-saving medicine, so I don't really know if I want him to have access to a weapon.
Curse you, cultist.
Okay, wooden bow. Finely crafted composite bow. Fledged arrow. 1 denarius, so is he dead as well? Did he arrive here the exact same way all of us did? A bounty notice. By the order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is of average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue one. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Okay, so seeing how that's cleared, I might talk to the lady who's hiding in the bakery. Which is...
Salve!
A Roman recipe for bread. Totally didn't notice that.
How'd you do?
Generous pinch of yeast, pinch of salt, cups of warm water, 1 pound of flour. Pour the water into a mixer bowl and dissolve the yeast. Add the flour and separate into a separate bowl and gradually add the water and salt. Knead it until the dough isn't too sticky or floury. Cover the dough and leave it in a warm place near the oven for an hour or so that it rises. Bake until the crust is golden and allow to cool. Not exactly sure how that helps me in anything.
You there! I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Well, do tell me, and I'd probably refuse, but...
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
The statues come to life and fire golden bow arrows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
Well, I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
That sounds grossly unethical.
Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule.
Well, so what do you have in mind?
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan. But first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not in detail.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
You want me to steal it?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'll be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
I actually don't think this would even work. Like, it's obviously still theft. You're exchanging an item of an obviously greater value for an item of a lower value. Isn't that extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Prometheus was also punished for an eternity, if I recall correctly. Yeah, he had his liver torn out day by day and eaten by vultures.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Why can't I just take it?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal.
Well, that's all the questions I had.
So, are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I am not going to do it, not because I don't like action or horror elements, but because I think you're scum. I'm going to pass.
Are you sure? Last chance?
Yeah, I'm out.
Ugh, fine. Stay poor and ignorant forever then.
Secundus and Cithara were together until the end. I didn't read that before.
You took care of him?
He had a tragic accident in that shrine.
An accident? So, it's over? Oh God, that's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
Well, if I said yes, I'd be admitting to murder.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
Yeah, do you know who's threatening Virgil?
Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I popped my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who. It was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armor, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people. Horatius, Domitius, or Rufius. I hope that helps.
It's probably Domitius. It would fit his overall personality. That does help. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
Have you met people?
You're funny. I bet my friend Georgius will like you. And those interesting clothes of yours. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the Golden Rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum, in his shop.
Do you know a way out of here?
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables. And Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes. And Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days.
I don't really belong here, though.
Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How did you end up here?
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you're saying you were a day's ride away.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
Well, I'll be going.
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
Fresh meat, huh?
Okay, I'll question the three of them next time. Where are Horatius?
On your best behavior, I trust.
Okay, Horatius over here. I'll question the three of them next time because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.